Hey, Maddies, welcome back to a special episode of Love is Blind recap. I believe we're on season 9, and me and Bree weren't going to initially watch it. And if we decided that we were going to watch it, it was going to be at our leisure. However, we had so many people reaching out to us telling us that we had to watch it. It is such a group of characters, and I am so happy, so not mad that you guys reached out to let us know because this is must-watch TV.
It really is. I feel like we said last time, like when we talked about it for a second on Monday's episode, a cast of characters. I'm sure people have made this joke 100 times, but it should be called Love is Desperate because what is going on? Like, who are these people? I didn't realize that Denver was like surfer bro, like just like broy, so
Very
broy.
big. It is broy. Yeah, I didn't realize that either. But I mean, mountains.
I guess, but they're not like big men.
They're not like snowboarders. They're not on the mountain.
Yeah, they're not snowboarders. Like when I think of Colorado, and if you're from Colorado, like I'm sorry, I hope this isn't offensive, but I think just like hot
Potheads.
people, potheads, like everyone chill, but very outdoorsy, like active lifestyle, but also
Like
just
Luke from
yes.
both
Summer House,
Summer House and
Winter House.
The Valley. No,
what?
Luke from the Valley, Kristen's man.
Oh, I was
Like
not.
manly, like a manly man.
Is that a manly man?
He lives like outdoors.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess
like the
maybe
woods.
not. Yeah. He's not like a big. I'm picturing like big, like.
You're imagining one Luke, and I now
Yes.
turned you on to another one. I understand.
Yeah, and I was
understand.
excited about the first Luke because
Yeah,
would
okay.
love to see a lot of those on Love Is Blind. Damn,
I mean,
that's the dream. But yeah, very interesting people. I feel like everybody, like, we'll get into the cast and we'll break down all the couples and stuff. But I feel like for now, when I was watching it, I was like, are any of these people actually serious about getting married, or does everybody just want the experience?
that's where it was tricky. It does, and that's where it's tricky with season 9 of Love Is Blind because it's kind of lost its
Luster.
sparkle.
Yeah.
It's Megan Sparkle, if you will.
Meghan
Like
Sparkle.
people know what they're getting into. It's the same thing as The Bachelor and Bachelorette. Like people are going on for exposure. They're going on to increase their likes, increase their followers. I wasn't getting the vibe that anybody there was really down for love. And if they were, they should not have picked the people that they picked because I don't think that one of these couples will end up married.
I was just going to say, if they were going on there for love, like none of the people on this cast are matched for the other one. Like none of these couples make sense. None of the other people they were talking to make better sense than the ones that they chose. I'm just like, everybody to me is giving brother sister.
Yeah, true. I was going to say the only people who actually made sense were kind of Patrick and Anna, but even they
Yes.
were giving brother and sister.
Exactly. They were giving brother and sister, like, we should
Best
just pick each other
friends,
because
yeah.
we understand the other one, like not
Right.
soulmate.
Yeah.
And even, I guess, do you want to just get into the couples?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first couple I want to discuss is Allie and Anton. We only saw them in literally the first episode until the end because they just synced up real quick. But even they were giving like desperate.
Yeah. For me, he is such an ick.
Oh my God, big time.
You knew her for about 5 minutes before you started calling her baby. To me, that is so icky. I'm also not like a big like baby person. Like if John were to ever call me baby, I'd be like, what is wrong with you? Ew. I don't like that. That to me is like not attractive. And to just call somebody that after like 3 minutes of knowing them was a little bit like, okay, bro. Like,
Also, when they were showing their conversations, I was like, does this guy ever shut up? Like, I felt like he was rambling, talking, and it almost seemed like she was getting annoyed. But then when she would respond, like, she didn't act annoyed. And anytime she said something, he was millennial urge to relate, had to bring it back to himself, and then just, like, not acknowledge anything that she said and just start talking about, like, his own experience in relation to, like, whatever she was trying to say. And the fact that she wasn't getting annoyed by that, I was so confused. I also feel like, you know, in the pods, if my eyes were closed, his voice sounded like David Blaine, the magician.
yes. Yup.
And her voice sounded like Chrissy Teigen. So I'm like, Chrissy Teigen and David Blaine are on Love is Blind right now. And I feel like he could tell that she was hot from her voice and like the way she spoke. So he was already like, oh, that's my girl.
Yeah, she had a sexy voice. Like
She had a sexy voice, yeah. And was like, a little flirty, a little coy. Like, did they even talk?
But she is stunning. Like, wow.
She is
If you
gorgeous,
are
yeah.
gonna get one of those girls, like, you got the right one because she is gorgeous, tatted up, like cool looking
Yeah,
girl.
she's cool.
And he's not a bad looking guy either. When they met, did you see when they went their separate ways?
Yes.
And
You know what you're gonna
she's
say.
like lovingly looking at him as the doors are about to close. And this MFer went and poured himself another glass of champagne. Didn't even look back at her one time. Like, that to
Crazy.
me would have been like, oh, you're
Yeah.
done. You're
Or
done.
like red flag.
Yeah.
Like maybe not what I thought.
She was just like,
I know. It was
like,
so
no.
awkward. I know, so awkward. Also, like, they obviously didn't even talk to anybody else.
yeah.
And then do they have to just stay there for the whole 10 days? Like,
I didn't think that they used to, but
I don't
I
know.
guess they do because they were there the whole time. Like, where else would they go? Like, in
I
all
feel
the
like-
interviews with the guys following, Anton was there for all of them.
Yes, but I feel like they filmed this very differently this season, like with the pods and everyone talking to other people. It was just such a different vibe, like not in a bad way, maybe because there was so much going on, like people dropping like flies, like left and right. I don't think we've ever had that before, which was so crazy. And honestly, like I know Anna left, like I barely remember who else left.
But somebody said, like, those are the two people that left were the only two normal people in the whole experiment. So,
No,
I mean, that says a lot.
I saw somebody say like Sparkle Megan is like the only normal person there. And we'll get to her because I have so many thoughts.
Lots to say.
Let's just get into her now.
Okay.
Do you want to like bury her down a little bit?
What? Like, say what she's about?
No. Like, do you want to talk about other couples or should we just
No.
Okay.
Let's get into it because she's a big one.
She's a big one.
This
so
whole couple is a big one. Oh, I just wanted to quickly say about Anton and what's the girl's name?
Allie.
Allie. We didn't even see much of them on vacation, like
I
on their
know.
honeymoon. I just feel like
Yeah.
they're pretty chill, but I do think that their issues will arise. Like, I think there's going to be deep core issues there that
Yeah.
if one couple were to get married, I think it could be them just because she's a nice girl.
But I don't know because in the preview they show, and we saw a little bit of it in these 6 episodes, they show that she's very, what's the word? Like materialistic.
Okay.
Like she was like, "What? Oh, the ring was only $5,000. Why didn't you get me a 10 grand ring?" Like I feel like 10 grand is reasonable. And then they're like looking at homes, and it's like a $2 million home, and he's like, "I don't know about this." She's like, "What do you mean?" And then he's like, "Oh, she like this is in the preview for the next couple episodes." He was like, "So you don't like clean up after yourself? You don't like do
I
the
did see that,
dishes?
yeah.
What are you contributing here?" Like I think
yeah.
she's a little like sugar baby vibes, and
Yeah,
maybe
and
thought he was going to be her sugar daddy.
Which is fine, but you gotta like
Yeah.
clean up after yourself. If
gotta
daddy's
earn-
paying, if daddy's
gotta-
paying for your Haagen-Dazs, like you gotta
Yeah,
clean
you got to
up.
earn the sugar a little bit.
Yeah,
Also, I figured like we'll go through the couples and then we can get to the honeymoon,
great.
like the after, whatever. Like
Because
let's
that's a little.
yeah, things happen there.
There's things
Okay,
to
so
say.
next couple we have is Sparkle, Megan, and Jordan. In the pods, to me, he seemed like the most normal guy, but then at the reveal, I was like, what's happening? Like,
Yeah,
what
like-
is he doing here? Is he okay? Like, is he?
Okay, and
He's
but
nervous.
Also give them the benefit of the doubt. Like
I know.
he's so nervous, but he is a child.
How old is he?
I don't know, but I'm saying.
Oh,
like,
he has a child?
No, he is a child. Like acting like one. When
Yes.
at the reveal, like they were all like, he couldn't even. First of all, he turned the color of an apple. He was bright red,
He could not close his jaw.
and he couldn't even form a sentence. Like
I
he just
know.
could do nothing but laugh. But he was like probably so uncomfortable, and it's
Yeah.
so awkward. I thought she did a great job at the reveal.
She did.
But Jordan is a dad to a young son. I think his son's like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So that's like a big part of their relationship and them exploring in the pods. The way that she was saying like that she is Luca's new mother is so crazy to me.
So crazy to me. And how does he not think that like that's a red flag? Like I wonder if they address that or if that's a conversation because she said more than once like I can't wait to step into that role as Luke's mom. And it's somebody that Luca's mom, I have divorced parents. I have a stepdad and I also have a dead dad. So I guess I can relate to both sides. But to say that to somebody, like I texted Nikki, I was like,
His
wait,
mom is alive.
yeah, I was like, does Luca have a mom? Like, how is she going to feel watching this back? Like, and you haven't even met him. Like, you don't even know if this is going to work. I feel like Sparkle Megan was hanging on to the connection and that her dad passed away of type 1 diabetes, type 1 diabetes, type 1 diabetes. Luca has type 1 diabetes. And she was just like, once she heard that, she was like, it's a sign. We're meant to be.
Okay.
She could not let go. And I understand signs. Like, I have my own things that I really latch onto. But this was like, she couldn't stop bringing it up. And if I was him, I would have been like, is that why you like me?
Right. Because my kid has diabetes.
Yeah.
But even like when he was like, yeah, my son has diabetes, she was like, oh,
I know.
my dad died of diabetes. Like, okay. Like, he's like, oh, your dad died of diabetes? Like, my son's only 4.
Don't freak him out. And she was like, diabetes adjacent, you know.
Yeah, diabetes, schmiabetes.
I know.
Like,
But the
okay.
fact that this girl was introducing herself to Sparkle Megan to everybody is like, do you really think that's a good idea to lead with that? And she was kind of like the little hottie on the block. I was
She
so
was.
shocked.
And she is a cutie.
She is.
For Jordan particularly, I did not think that that was gonna like fly with him. Sparkle Meg. Okay, not to mention she was also speaking to 2 other guys. One of the guys went home, her front runner. Then she was talking to that guy Mike, who I'm seeing a lot of discourse about him online, that he is a big time scammer, just like
Yeah.
a total scumbag. Which like I so get that vibe, like cheap car salesman, like
Yes, Nikki.
just like slimy.
Sleaze.
Yes, like the way he presents himself and talks about himself, I'm just like yuck. So I don't think that was the match for her either. But she
No.
was going into Jordan's meeting prepared to say goodbye to him. He was at the bottom. She said he's too immature. She wanted nothing to do with him, and then you end up getting engaged to this guy.
That's why none of these couples are clocking for me. They're not
so
making
mismatched.
sense. But when Megan and Mike were still dating and he brought up the fact that Jordan's son has diabetes and was trying to like talk shit basically about Jordan like as a father, saying like you can just change it with diet and exercise, and that she did he even know about her dad? Like,
I don't
why
think
would
so.
he say that? Like, and that she still kept talking to him after that. I was like, wait, he's trying to engage in like a gossip sesh with you about somebody's son that you're interested in. Like, and you're still going to give this guy the time of day?
And it was the craziest thing because Mike knew about Jordan, and Jordan went into that meeting with Megan and was like, oh my God, all these other guys have other connections, like have multiple connections. It must be so uncomfortable for them to know that the woman that they're talking to has multiple connections. Thank God I'm not in that boat. But like, how obsessed with like yourself or other people are you that you know that Jordan is dating her, but he doesn't even clock you? Which it could be like, how dumb is he? Or
Well, I think
how-
he just maybe they weren't friends in the pod, so they weren't talking. And it's
But Mike
also
knew
kind
about
of
him.
weird. It's kind of weird though that Megan didn't mention that. I was like, wait, how did we get this far? And he thinks he's the only guy. Like, why hasn't
Yeah.
he proposed then? Like, what are they still doing here if he thinks it's just him?
I don't know, but that was very awkward and
That was
super
so
embarrassing.
awkward.
Like, wow.
She handled it well though. Like, she is very mature and responsible, but again, I think she just wants to get married and thinks this is the way to do it. So,
Does she remind you of anybody?
no, who?
Karen Reed.
Oh my god. Cast her.
Does
Wow.
she not look just
Yeah.
like her?
She does look like her. That's a good call. Wow,
Like a
Sparkle
young
Megan.
Karen, Sparkle Megan. Young Karen Reed.
That's so funny. Yeah, I could see that for sure. I was actually going to say, I think if any of the couples have a chance, like it might, like they might still date. Like, I don't know if they're going to get married, but they might date because I actually think they have, I don't think they're the ones for each other, but I think they do have a good connection where like they have fun together. They trust each other. I think she knows deep down, like he's not the man for her. And I think he knows that also, like, they just don't click on things that are important to them. Like, he's very low key, low maintenance, and she's the opposite. And I think in the long run, like, that will drive each other crazy about the other
I
one.
agree.
But I think they have a good base sort of foundation. Like, I don't think it's awkward them being together. Like, I don't think they're spiraling in their heads. Like, oh, I have to stick this out. Like, I think they're having fun.
I agree with you. And I think that the fact that he does have a son, like he is super immature, but the fact that he has a son automatically makes him more mature. Like you do have to take care of a child. So
Yeah.
you do have to have some level of maturity and grown upness to take care of a human being.
He just seems like, for me, he seems the most different outside of the pods. Like, that's what's tough about this experience is you can ask all the questions, but it almost doesn't matter because until
It's
it
like-
applies in real
yeah.
life, and then when you're out of the pods, you see behaviors and you're like, oh, I should have addressed that in the pods, but you don't think about it because you're just talking and you can present yourself any way you want. Doesn't
100%.
mean that's how you act.
Right. Even think about when you're texting, like it's so much easier to hide behind texting and just like say whatever. And then
Yeah.
like you would never say those things to a person's face. Like hiding behind a wall,
Yeah.
you could say whatever you want.
Which is why it's easy for everybody to have like deep,
Mm-hmm.
meaningful conversations because it's so much more comfortable to do that when you're not looking somebody in the eye.
Right. But that's why it then becomes awkward, a la kind of Jordan and Megan in the thing, Joe and Madison.
Like almost everybody.
It just becomes awkward and
Yeah,
weird because it's
it does
like,
become
oh
weird.
God, like now, because they also do build up this person. I forget who said it. Somebody said that the person that they picked looked completely different from what they had imagined. So it's like, that's such a mind fuck in itself.
I think it was Joe and Madison. Maybe.
Well, he was being a total jerk.
Yeah, or no, Nick and Annie. Annie was like, I thought you were going to be a mountain man.
yes,
and
yes,
you
yes.
are. I saw somebody compare him
Not
to
that.
Schmidt from New Girl, which is not nice for Schmidt because I love Schmidt. I don't know if you watched
Yeah,
that show. So
yeah.
good. Okay, anything else for Sparkle Megan? Okay, next we have to move on. This couple is not going to be a part of the show anymore, but Heather, Ray, El Musa, and Patrick.
So crazy. You clocked that right away, right?
Right away, I was like, "That's Heather. Like, what
Even
is
when
she
she was
doing here?"
talking.
Exactly, like her manner, like everything about her. I was like, "That's literally Heather." Like,
Dimples, the teeth, the hair, everything.
so crazy. But her real name's Casey.
Mm-hmm.
Again, another relationship that is like, how did we get here? Basically, Patrick was all in on Anna and was like so excited that he found her throughout this process, even if it was friend vibes, like he was for sure going to propose to her. And then she abruptly leaves, which I don't really understand.
Well, because she was speaking to the other guy, I forget his name, and he left.
Oh, you think that's why she left? It seemed
do.
like she left first and that he followed suit.
Well, either way.
They kind of left because of the other one.
Yeah, I wonder.
But I don't know. I think she just said it was like, I feel
Too
like
much.
too much, like thinking about her family, like getting involved, which like that is a big part of it. Like she just didn't feel right. But basically he has a connection with Anna and Casey and he's all in on Anna. She leaves and like 5 minutes later, as soon as he leaves that room, he's like all in on Casey. Like that's my number one. Like he was like panic, like rush mode, like I have to get to her right now. I was like, dude, chill. So crazy. Like I did not see a connection there really at all. Like on either side.
The thing that I think that he liked about her was that she was very accepting of him being different. And by different, I mean Asian. Like the fact that this man was like, and again, like he is entitled to his own experiences. Like
Yeah.
I'm sure like being Asian is very tough for him. Like he is such a bro. He said he
Yeah.
went
His
to school
voice.
with all white people. Like
Yeah.
he was the only Asian. He feels weird. It makes him feel ugly. It makes him feel uncomfortable. So to like, I do
It was sad.
understand that that makes him feel uncomfortable, but like it's like, okay, you're not an alien. You're Asian. It's okay.
And you're a good looking guy. Like you're
Good-looking
not
guy, you have a lot going for you.
know.
Like people are into that. Like
Well, I saw people say like when he was telling her about to tell her he's Asian and acting like he was about to tell her he murdered somebody, people were saying like Casey was like giving him a hard time about it, like just tell me. But I actually feel like because he was being so weird about it, she was like getting anxiety, like
Yeah.
what is it? Like just tell me what it is. It's not a big deal. Like
are
just
you part
spit it out.
lobster? Like
Yeah.
what?
Spit it out already. But she's obviously getting a lot of hate.
But she also, I don't know if you remember her saying that her
Sister?
brother, one of her siblings, I think it was her sister, sang in Korean. I don't
Japan,
know.
I think.
somewhere,
Yeah.
and is married to either a Japanese guy or a
Yeah.
Korean guy, and her other sibling is married to, I think, somebody who's another race as well. So like
Yeah.
she's very open to dating other people. I don't think that was an issue for her at all.
No, I don't think that was an issue for her either, but you want to know what probably was an issue for her?
What?
Every time he said he was hairless, like a baby seal.
Ew.
It's like, gee, can you make anybody more turned off in your life? And you keep saying it so many times.
We get
like,
it, right. I'm a
Oh
BBC.
my
I'm a BBC.
God.
Like, okay, what do you want her to do with that information? Not to mention she has a landing strip and she's probably spiraling now about her landing strip. Like, you're talking about yourself being a baby seal and she has a full-blown plane that could land on her vagina.
When she was saying that, and when they started having, like, literally, she started sexting with him through the wall,
Brie?
all I kept thinking about was, like, their family is going to watch this. He looked so uncomfortable. I was so uncomfortable. I'm like, we don't have to see this, guys. You could have just cut through this. Like, I'm good. And she was really going for it. I feel like, I guess you can't be like, can you stop? Like, that's almost more
Right.
awkward. But he was not down.
No, he was like, what else?
Yeah,
With
he was
his
like,
pillow
"Ugh."
on his lap. Like,
He was like, really?
Boner. That was really, really uncomfortable. She
Really
also
uncomfortable.
sounded like, I'm assuming that they're drinking alcohol, but she sounded wasted. Like she
She did.
not sound in her right mind.
She was very slurry.
Yeah.
We get to their reveal, and it actually went like way better than I was anticipating. I don't know if she was acting in the moment or if she was being genuine, but I was like, oh my God, she seems like really happy, really into him. He was so nervous. He said during the reveal that he knew that she would either have highlights or a balayage hairstyle, whatever. That's such a
Balayage.
balayage.
Like-
That's such a weird thing to say or imagine, but
Like, I guess he's just meant like she's blonde. Like, right?
yeah, like you could have just. And she was like, "It's highlights."
It's actually ombre circa 2012.
Yes, so funny. But I do feel like I was like, "Oh, okay, maybe this is gonna work out for them," because she seemed really into him. They kept kissing. They kept saying, "I love you." Like I
But
feel like they were being
awkward.
very. I don't know. I think he was awkward, but she seemed not awkward. During the
Okay.
reveal, I was like, "Oh, I think she's."
So then what happens? Like, what goes wrong for them?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe she was acting in that moment.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because then where were they that they
So they leave the reveal, and I guess everybody goes to a hotel as like a waiting period before they go on their honeymoon. And we cut to like her in like the hotel lobby, and
Yeah,
she's like
okay.
having a panic attack, like with the producers, basically saying that like she has to break up with him. Nothing against him, but she just doesn't think that like her attraction towards him could grow. And he comes down the stairs, like hands in the pocket, sweatpants, like like
Yeah.
what's going on? Yeah, what's up, bro? What's going on? And she was not even speaking in full sentences. She was like, "I love you. I can't. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not you." And he was like, "If you don't want to go to Mexico, like, no big deal. We don't have
and
to
she's
go
like,
to
it's
Mexico."
not that. And he's like, so are you breaking up with me? And she was like, I can't go to Mexico. And he was like, but you're still not telling me whether or not
No,
we're breaking up.
She thought she was breaking up with him, and he thought that they were just gonna go home and like not go to Mexico. It was so awkward. She
Yeah.
was being really manic. Like she just kept saying like, "But I love you so much." But like, no, like it's not. And he was like, "So we're
But I
not going to
can't."
Mexico?" And she's like, I can't do that." And he's like, "Okay, so I'll see you back in Denver." She was like, "You won't. I love you." Like what? And then they go outside, like to say goodbye. Again, he just thinks they're not going to Mexico, and she's like running into his arms, jumping on him. Like he's like, "I'll see you. I'll see you later." And she's like, "You won't. I love you so much."
No, he's holding her, right?
I
Like,
know. Yeah, there's hands around the ass, like they're making out while she's like, "You're not going to see me. I love you." And he was like doing I basically like an exit interview, and he was like, "Yeah, so I guess we're just gonna like go home, see how it goes. I'm feeling really optimistic. Like obviously the attraction's there, the connection's there." And then they cut to her 45 minutes before that talking to a producer, basically saying like, "I'm not attracted to him. Like it's not gonna work." And she was like,
which is this poor man's biggest
know.
fear.
I know. So sad. I wonder if we're going to see. I guess we're not going to see more of them because they both run Vile Files. I haven't listened. But what can you really say? Like, how much can you beat around the bush that you weren't attracted to somebody?
Well, then
Which
you
is
shouldn't be on a
okay.
show that is called Love is Blind.
Yeah, but also, like, it's okay. You should have just said, like,
Right.
I'm not attracted to you. Be blunt.
Yeah.
You know, it hurts more to, like, think this guy thinks, like, you guys are just, like, going home.
Gonna meet back up in Denver.
Yeah, and you keep telling them you love them, but you're literally, somehow you're breaking up with them. Like, really crazy
But
behavior.
never once said those words.
No. She was like, I can't.
So crazy.
No, these
That's
people, like, where did they find these people? Seriously? I don't understand. Okay, I have to move on to KB and Edmund.
Okay.
Because in the pods, this is the couple I was most surprised by. First of all, I like them separately.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think they're both good, nice people. And in the pods, I feel like KB was so, like, accepting of who he was, like, putting himself out there. He was being himself, like, showing his cards. And I feel like she was very accepting of it and willing to take on this sort of, like, emotional person, like, as a relationship. And she was kind of into it. But then outside of the pods, she's still patient with him, but she's like, okay,
Right.
we could
Well,
reel it in a little bit.
You know that she's a social worker. So I feel like she was like social working him, like kind of like that's what people are saying online, you know?
Yeah.
Where I get my
On TikTok?
information. But that like clearly he has some struggles either with
Yeah.
like mental health or maybe not even mental health, just
I
like
don't
things that
know.
have been like in his past. Like
Yeah,
he
trauma.
yeah, he has some issues, and I think that he's found a safe space in KB, and she was like, all right, like, you know, this is my job, like, you know, that's like who she is. She's a
Like,
caring person.
a caretaker.
Right, so like almost trying to like fix him and help him, but that's not who you want your partner to be.
And that's not what she wants her partner to
Right.
be. And I
Well-
feel like he doesn't want a partner like her either. Like, again, I feel like he wants to be loved so bad that whoever was willing to accept him, like, that's enough for him. Like, even if she's not the person for him, which she's not, like, they just don't align on so many things. But he, I feel like, will stay with her because he just wants to be loved. So it's like, oh, but you like, you accept me, you love me, like, that's enough for me. But for her, she's like, it's not enough for me. I don't know if that's how she feels. We'll see. It seems like they do go through, like, a journey throughout the show and the previews, like, not good or bad. Like, I think they stick it out. Like, they're gonna make it to the altar. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I don't know. During the reveal, when he said he was crying with a boner,
He said that?
yes,
He's saying
in
too
his
much.
confessional, he said it, like, right after. You know, they're like,
Wait,
oh,
what
how's
did
it
he
going?
say? Yeah, what did he say?
He was like, it's crazy because, like, I'm crying and I have a boner.
That's like something you should be able to hold in, like a boner. Like,
Oh my god, it was so funny. And I posted, like, a meme that they, at the end of the episode, they were talking in bed, and she's like, oh yeah, like, they were talking about how, like, when she has her period, she just, like, wants to be left alone. He's like, oh, but I feel like I want to hold you. I would want to hold you. And she was like, I don't know. I've never been held when I've had my period before. Like, these are the conversations that are going on.
so crazy.
So funny.
Like you were saying, though, they are total opposites because during the honeymoon, when they were eating breakfast one day, she was like, well, what if a big man came up and like put his arm on my shoulder? Like, what would you do? And he's like, I would just say, like, please, could you get off? And she's like, and what if he said no? He was like, I would probably just like go get security. And she was like, I felt like we were like role playing with like,
Yes.
like she was a social worker teaching somebody who didn't understand what to do socially in this scenario. Like, okay, like that's not what I would want you to do.
Yeah.
Like, she wants you to be like, get the fuck off my woman. And he
Yeah.
is not that. And like, they're never going to meet there.
But don't you think, like, that's the sort of conversations they should have had in the pod? Like,
Don't
because
you
you can
think-
get a sense for who he is in the
Yes.
pod. Like, bring that up then. You know that he's not going to be like, back off my woman. Like, he's not that kind of person.
You don't even need to have that conversation in the pod. You can just tell. By his personality that that's not who he is. And then he has this whole blow up, which people are very upset about the casting of Edmund because they're saying that like he's not like all right. Like he's a very like kind of damaged, traumatized person. Like he had like a very serious breakdown in bed, like kind of
Yeah.
like hyperventilating. Like
He's not good
able
at
to
handling his emotions.
he's not able to process his emotions in
Yeah.
a way that's like, all right, let's have a conversation about
I
it.
know.
He just either holds it in or explodes.
That must have, I guess it wasn't jarring for her, like if she is a social worker, but if I was laying in that bed, I would have been like,
Bro.
I would have been freaking out, like, oh my, like, what's going on? But just to defend him for a second, the way he reacted was really over the top. But what he was trying to say, I actually really understood. He wasn't presenting it in a good way, but he was saying, like, I feel like you're not sleeping with me because you already know that you don't want to be with me. So if that's how you feel, just say that because I'm going to be like the nice guy that's like, yeah, I'll wait and think that like we're happy and in love. But if you already know,
I don't think that's what she was saying though.
I feel like that's what he was saying to her. Like that's his read on the situation, and that's why he was getting so upset. Is like you're gonna
Or-
like you have sex with these guys, but you say you love me, then why won't you have sex with me? Like it should be different with me.
Or is it that he's thinking that because he's not like aggressive and because he's the nice guy, like she's not having sex with him? Like if he were more aggressive, then she would. Or not even
Maybe.
aggressive, just like more like,
I don't
but
know.
because he's such a nice guy,
He's not like she's
he's
not
not going
into
to push it.
Oh, maybe. Or maybe a little bit of both. Like, I feel like he was feeling insecure about their relationship. Like, he went from ranking their relationship in bed, like saying, like, we're the best, to pretty much saying, like, do you even like me? That's how I took
But
it. Like,
that's
he was
so
saying, like,
dumb
are you into
because
me?
That's only based off knowing that everybody else had sex besides
I
them.
know.
But she doesn't want to do that until marriage, and she did make that clear. So that's not fair to then turn around on her and say, like,
I really feel like he was saying, like, are you saying you want to wait till marriage because you don't like me, so you don't want to have sex with me because you already know you're not going to marry me? You know? And then, like, you're going to hurt me even more in the long run, so you're just being, like, she's actually, like, being the nice one here, and she just knows he's, like, going to go along with it because he's, like, a nice guy.
I don't know. Guess we'll
I don't
find
know.
out.
Let us know, Edmund.
Yeah,
Get him on the
let us
pod.
know. Drop in the comments.
Okay, let's move on to Nick and Annie because again, how did these two people end up together? Like, how I saw somebody say like they decided to end up together because they both agreed like they don't want their kids to be gay.
That's what I was going to say.
Like
You guys both don't want gay kids, so
that conversation was so hard to watch. I guess
that's
good for
people's
them for
beliefs,
being
yeah.
open and honest. Like that's you found somebody on the same page as you. Like that's what you believe. But I was just like, oh wow, okay, like.
Brave.
I guess it's still surprising to me that people in 2025 would not be accepting of their kid 15 years from now.
Their hypothetical child.
Yeah, their hypothetical child, like being anything but straight.
Guess what? People are having AI relationships, so if your kid is gay, I think that's really the least of your worries.
So true.
Like, I will not be mad about that.
So true.
Come home telling me you're dating Siri, and I'm gonna be pissed.
Also, the fact that she heard his voice for those 10 days and she was expecting a mountain man
Right.
was like, Annie, were you in the room? That's what you thought was happening?
No, that is so crazy.
And he was talking to like 3 girls and he was telling all of them the same thing. He was like, I love you. I will be the man for you. I will always do what you need. You can always count on me. Like, I was like, ew. And those girls were eating it up.
So weird.
So
He is
weird.
somebody that I would have been like,
Bye.
gone right away. Yeah.
Good day, sir.
Next. Remember Next?
Yes. Love that show. Literally next.
So rude. Sometimes they would walk right out of the car. Next.
Next. I know. Good TV though.
Good,
Iconic.
great.
I feel like this couple, they're both trying to convince themselves that they actually like the other person. Because even in the reveal, they're just like, there's nothing I would change about you.
And Annie would change everything about him. I feel like she is not attracted to him. Like, it was not who she
No.
built up in her head. It is not.
But the way they're talking to each other, they just keep saying the same thing. They're like, you're perfect. I have no worries, no complaints. There's nothing I would change about you. I love you so much. It's like,
She's
you don't
just like,
have, you don't have to
everything.
keep
I'm like,
saying
oh.
it.
they are like a couple that I would just fast forward through. I don't
like-
care about them.
do we need them to go to Mexico? I guess people knew, I guess the producers knew they would be like very polarizing. Not even polarizing, like very unlikable. So they're like, let's throw them to Mexico.
It's not even that I don't like them. It's just like I don't care about them.
Same. Because they came out of nowhere.
Yeah, they're
I
not.
feel like they had one conversation. They were like, I'm so surprised. Like, that is my man. That's my girl.
I don't like him. I don't like her. I don't
Yeah.
like them together. Like, I'm not into
Yeah,
them.
I'm not into them at all. Okay, Madison and Joe. Now,
Yikes.
in the pods, they were the biggest couple that was giving brother and sister.
They were giving red flags the entire time. Like, so awkward. Just, I could
Like,
tell
bickering.
that sex is awkward. Like,
Oh, my God. For
she said it was
sure.
amazing, but I feel like he is the most awkward person in the world.
I keep trying to think, like, does he remind me of somebody, like, from TV or somebody I know in real life? He just looks so familiar to me, and
He
I could
kind
not
of
put my-
reminds me of Joey Tribbiani, from Friends. Like, what's
Yeah.
it? Matt LeBlanc's character.
Matt LeBlanc.
Like,
Yeah, maybe. He's just seems so familiar. I guess there's just, like, a lot of guys like him out there, you know? He's just, like, one of those people. But after she said her dream date was 7-Eleven, that would have been my next. Next.
like, yeah. We're gonna get some hot dogs at 7-Eleven and then take a big shit in the parking lot.
I feel like every time they talk to each other, they were having two different conversations.
So awkward. She's like, "So what's next?" And then he starts like, it was just so awkward. He's planning a whole new date. She's like, "No, Joe. Like, what's next? Like, you guys can't even plan
No.
a date together. Like, it was so awkward. Every conversation was awkward.
They just wanted to be on TV for sure. And then once they finally have the reveal, like you can immediately tell he's
He is
not into it.
He's so fucked up because she's
Yeah.
a beautiful girl. She is an average looking girl. You would think
I agree.
that an elephant walked out.
And
The way that he is acting, like, you're not my normal type, your body, like,
that is what
Okay.
like basically every woman in America looks like.
are you Channing Tatum? I'm sorry, because that's not who walked out the door. So shut your mouth. She's a beautiful girl.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
who
no
are
10.
you to say, like, oh, you're not who I would normally date. Like, bye.
And the thing is, like, if you have to start a sentence with like, I normally go for thinner girls, but I'm still attracted to her, like
Yeah,
you're
that's all I
not
heard.
attracted to
That's
her.
all I heard was that I'm
Because if
fat
you're-
and you're not attracted to me.
Yeah, because if you're attracted to somebody, you're attracted to them. It doesn't. You don't have to point out their differences. You're just like, oh my god, like
And
that's a
she's
gorgeous woman.
Beautiful.
She is beautiful. Yeah.
Like, she's
I-
not heavy. She's a normal, average girl.
No, she's gorgeous. Like yeah, her in like a bathing suit. I'm like, could never be.
Yeah.
Could literally never be me on TV. Like strutting
No.
around, like confidence, like looking amazing. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, good for you.
And I like
will
her. She's the most normal. Like, I feel like she's like us, like a normal girl.
Yes.
Like, so pretty and normal and hot. And
average. The one thing I will say that was like a little off was that I feel like with her, like I feel like she underplayed her eye
Condition.
diagnosis condition issues because for me, I guess personally, if I knew that I was maybe going to be blind in the future and that currently I had like limitations or things that like I needed help with or that would be like important for my partner to know so that they could help me, I would have
Yeah.
made that really clear in the pods. Like, hey,
From the
just so
jump.
from the jump, like this is what I need from a partner. Somebody's that's going to help guide me, like look out for things I could stumble on, keep the lights on, whatever it is that she needs. I feel like she was just like, I have this eye thing.
yeah, like at the end, too.
Yeah, I'm Michael
She
blind.
didn't
but like
even lead with that.
yeah, she was like, I might go blind, but like, don't worry about it because it also might not happen. And like, it's totally fine. And then when they get to Mexico, she's like saying all the things that she's affected by. And I think he forgot that she had like an eye condition. He
And
was
not
like,
for
oh,
nothing.
are you okay?
But if there was one guy that I could pick that would to
Not
not
care.
help me
Yeah.
with my eye condition, it would probably be him.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Are we talking honeymoon at all? Are we talking about
That leads us into our honeymoon.
that was it?
They're the
That's
last
everybody?
couple.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
that was the
Okay.
last couple. Let's get to them because they were the biggest honeymoon drama.
Really
Their
shocking.
whole like he keeps saying to the producers like he's basically like not he is attracted to her but she's not as thin as he normally likes. But then when they're in like the pool or the hot tub, they're all over each other.
Yeah.
I
was pretty attracted to her then.
Yeah, like he seemed into it. And like they were already talking about like getting it on. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, like she's gonna have to watch this back. And she was already feeling insecure that like she could tell that he wasn't attracted to her. So she kept asking him. He's like, no, again, something in his words. He's like, I love it. I'm here. I'm right here. Like, just being such a sleazeball.
Was actually being very understanding when he said that, and she was like, well, was that all it is? That like I just don't look like the girls that you normally date? Like, you're not saying anything bad about me. Like,
Yeah.
she was being really nice and understanding. Like,
But he was still being indirect. Like, she
Yes.
could still tell there's something wrong. Like,
he's
something
perfect
not
for
saying.
Casey. I can't.
Perfect for Casey.
They
You're
could just
right.
have runaround conversations all day long.
You're so right. Oh my God, Nikki, good call. But then basically we get to like the party, which is usually the best part of the honeymoons is when everybody gets to see each other. It was so underwhelming. Like I feel like because there was no cross relationships. Nobody was like dying to see what another person looked like. So they're just like,
But
hey,
even the
hey.
girls weren't even excited. Like, I feel like none of the girls were really friends. Like, nobody was super
No.
excited to see each other.
It
just
was
like,
very low energy
Yeah.
party. It was like,
well,
okay,
until some of the boys had to take it too far.
of course.
What the hell? Like, were they just super drunk?
I think they were super drunk.
Jordan and Joe
Joe, yes.
were either on something or
No, I think they were wasted.
because then I think Joe said to Jordan, like, oh, you got salt on your nose, which like could have been from a margarita.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I saw some people speculating, like, we know that Shane had substance abuse issues when he was on Love is Blind. Like, were these guys
true.
on something, or were they just so drunk? Like,
I think they were so drunk, so nervous, so awkward. I feel like they were slamming shots and
Ew.
drinks.
all I
when-
could say is so icked out by those guys. Like, if
Both
I
of
was
them.
Sparkle Megan or, what the frick is this other girl's name?
Madison.
I would have been like, ew.
When Jordan was like nonstop eating guacamole and chips with his mouth wide open and like talking and laughing with his mouth wide open, like couldn't stop. I'm like, okay, you've had enough. It's
Yeah, and the
enough
guy was
now.
like, what is that, your 27th guacamole? Like,
It was so gross.
So
and
gross.
Sparkle Megan was like trying to be nice. Maybe she was like giving him a pass. Like they're nervous, they're excited, they're on a vacation. Like
I would have been so turned off.
me
Like,
too. I would have been done. But then Joe ends up leaving the party, I think because he realized he was really drunk.
He was
like,
real-
I just have to leave,
Yeah.
but didn't know how to like explain that. And Madison was trying to figure out like what was going on. Like, oh, you're leaving? Like, do you want me to come? And he was like, oh, if you want to come. She's like, I'm asking. I want to be like, Madison, he's wasted. Just like, let him get out of here. Like, let him save himself and go back to the room before it really gets worse. So he does go back to the room. I guess hours this party went on for. I don't know. It was dark. Madison gets back to the room and like abruptly wakes him up out of a sleep. Like, did you think that was crazy or just me?
no, I thought that he was being crazy.
Nikki, I thought like he was, first of all, he's passed out drunk. She just sits on the bed and like wakes him up and starts talking to him like he was already awake. And he was like drunk. So he's like, what day is it? Where am I? What are you wearing? Like, it's dark out. Like when he left, it was light out. When she woke him up, it was dark out. He's like, where did you come from? And she was just having a conversation with him as if like they were already talking and he was in
like-
a dead asleep.
4 hours later, he should have slept a little bit of it off. Like, he was acting like he just landed from another planet.
Yeah, because I think he was in a dead asleep.
But he was honestly, like, I understand her. Like, he was being a little scary. Like, he was just kept asking the same questions. Like, he wasn't making sense. Like, I don't even think she knew what happened because she was like, did you just drink too much? Like, did she not see him getting so drunk? Because if you saw him slamming shot after shot, I'd be like, okay,
Yeah.
like, you're wasted. Like, she didn't even seem to know that he was wasted. Like, what happened?
I feel like I know people are speculating that it's more than that. I think he was seriously
Yeah, just so
wasted
hammered,
and
yeah.
like so I have literally fallen asleep like, you know, you go to sleep drunk, woken up at a random time and thinking that it's the next day. And I'm like, "Whoa, like where like how did I get here?" Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, John would do that too.
You're so confused and she seems sober as a whistle and she's just like, Joe, what's going on right now? Like,
Right.
talk to me. You keep asking me. It's like, because he doesn't know what you're saying. Like,
He
he's
doesn't
so
even remember
confused.
that he's engaged to you.
Yes, he doesn't know he's in Mexico. Like, I really think and then he comes out of it, though.
Yeah.
He's like, okay. Like, what's going on? It's too late. Like, she's sobbing. She's really upset. I thought she was being a little, like,
No, I will say, but I also do have anxiety. So, like, I also would be like, oh my God, we're having a medical emergency. Like, he is not well. Like, we need EMS in here
Medic.
now. You're like- and then really freak him out. Like, what the hell is going on?
Oh my God. That's funny.
Yeah.
Wait,
it was,
Nikki,
yeah.
when Sparkle, Megan, and Jordan were flossing and brushing their teeth together, did you want to barf?
I wanted to barf. Just also because big believer in a tongue scraper. I think we've
Love a
talked
tongue
about this
yeah.
before. If you're not using a tongue scraper, you guys, we
Get
will
on
link
it.
one for you because you're
Not mad about
nasty.
it.
You need to use one. I don't want to see you use it though, okay?
Yeah, I don't wanna
use it
see
in
it.
private.
Yeah.
I don't want to see you floss. I don't want to see you brush your teeth. Like, oh, and when he turned off the water on her because she was wasting water while she was brushing her teeth, I'd be like, excuse me.
No, she turned it right back on. She
Yeah.
didn't care.
I'm pretty sure she's going to pay the water bill, so you don't have to worry about the water that she's using to brush her teeth.
Wait, Nikki, that's Andrew to me. Like, I always leave the water running, and he will literally turn it off. And he's like,
While
it's
you're
not
brushing
good.
your teeth.
Yeah, he's like, it's not good to do that. Like, don't,
I'll-
like, you're wasting water.
I'll turn it down. I'm not letting it like full stream. Like I am mindful. Like I'll turn the knob down a little, but like
Just a trickle.
but like you do need to wash the remnants out
Yeah.
as it's coming out of your mouth. Then
like
how
glue.
Then how am I cleaning the sink? After?
A little
Barbaric.
clean skin club wipe.
A little branch basics. Code not mad.
It's you 50% off. Oh my God.
It's a little advertisement.
That is so funny. This has nothing to do with Love is Blind, but earlier Nikki and I were talking about how we always record at night. So we're like delirious and we're just
Yeah.
like always silly and thinking about how crazy it must be for people to listen at like 6 a.m. on their drive to work like these two crazy girls. But I hope you guys find it entertaining. We're like this at 6 a.m. too, honestly. Maybe a little little more of a chip on the shoulder.
Yeah, I don't start talking until like 11. People at work used to know, like, don't go into 147 till like after breakfast.
I'm a morning person for sure. As you know, I start texting you at 7 a.m.
Like, morning, Swirlina, Princess Angel Face. Okay.
I'm a morning person for sure. Again, could not be more different, but that's why it works.
That's why it works.
So funny. Any other thoughts on Love is Blind?
No, I'm very excited to keep the season going. Thank you for everybody who reached out to tell us that we
Yes.
had to watch it. And I'm happy to keep these episodes going. A little midweek recap. If you
Drop.
guys are into them, let us know.
Comment, wink, wink, please. Also, should we tease like what we just did before this?
We should.
So hopefully you guys are listening to this, but for next Monday's episode, we have an exclusive interview. We won't say who it is. We'll tease it Sunday night, the interview is so funny. You guys are going to love it. And the fact that this is our first get for our first interview is
Huge.
so huge, so amazing. So excited for you guys to hear what we've done. You are going to be cackling your butt off. So I hope
It was a hard
Wait,
interview to get through.
Wait, I hope I'm not overselling it like Travis Kelce.
Oh,
It's
we
fine.
We can never oversell
We
as
can never
much.
oversell. Yeah. It was. I was laughing a lot like during this interview.
So funny.
So look forward to that. And yeah, I guess we'll see you guys Monday. Again, let us know if you like the episode.
Full recap Monday.
Yeah.
All the regular shows will drop your assignments and everything we're watching.
Yeah. No, Taylor
Love you
Swift.
guys.
Don't worry, guys. We get the hint.
Yeah. You hate us.
Okay. Love ya. Bye.
Love ya.